Mm. Good morning. I don't know if the stream is working or not. I set up a 30-second delay for closed captions, and we're going to see. This is for. We'll see if this works. We'll see if the closed captions work. I don't know if I embedded them properly or what I did. I read through a few things, and let's see if closed captions will embed itself and work properly. Yeah, with our situation. Okay, I don't know how this works. Looking at my playback with closed captions selected, I don't see closed captions up. I don't see closed captions happening. Maybe the person on the other side has to have some kind of software installed. Maybe I have to have some software installed. I don't know. But we're going to continue on regardless here with our streamer Rooney. Now, here's where we're at with the city alley scene. And we got some good work done yesterday. We did. We added the billboard. We first added this this building. We shrunk this second building down to half height, added some wires on it, built this sign off of it, Virgil's 24-hour off-track betting, which is cool. We added this tree in the background. We added this tree. We added this tree. And we started to add debris and rocks to the street here. We started off with let's save this in as quickly as in one of our iterative renders. I think number 20 is fine. Make sure that's saved over 20. Now we can close this so that we have this in the render tab anytime we want to reference it. So we started off the street here. Where is it? Here it is. So we've got a collection of rocks in one of our collection. And so what's great about Blender is you can tell it to base a particle system on a collection. And then you can tweak all the settings. So that is the start of what we did. And so we just told it to fill like hair emitting off of here are these rocks. Jittered, random sizes, random rotation, as random as you can situation. The only more random, less random look that you can have with this is if I vertex weight painted where I want the rocks to be. I can do that. Instead of doing that, I opted to just do a random blanket, non-even distribution situation, and then I went in and I hand placed rocks on the edges, more on the edges, as I guess happens in life from time to time. I looked at where the camera was and I placed rocks, and not only am I trying to place rocks on the edges here, because rocks seem to be swept to the edges. Sometimes they hit the wall and they stop, blah, that's how life works. But also what it's doing is it's creating some interesting realism, but it's also breaking up the CG line here. This line that's very perfect. Instead of me going in and tweaking vertices on the building or the street around here, I've opted to break up that line with geometry like rocks and grass. And that's one of the things we added in is some grass. We put in some grass particles. You can't really see some of them, but that's fine. Um, there's grass all over here. And I could probably even increase that a little bit, like create some thick clumps that sort of just pop in and out all the way down, coming out the crack all the way down, or something like that. You know, like this. This here, this one seems a little bright. One of the things I fight when I use this particular grass bunch that I use is I fight with the emission diffuse being seemingly too bright. I have to take the emission from 1 to 0 to start with, and then I can use a brightness contrast node in the diffuse to bring down the green a little bit. It just looks a little too bright sometimes. Let me put some more rocks here. Put some more rocks kind of over here and over here. We'll add tufts of grass along the crack here, a little more. There is a piece of grass here that I kind of want it to show. It's not showing, it's there, but I'll move it over a little or something and rotate it and have it, good morning, have it peek out a little there. So those are the things I think we'll start. I have a dentist appointment today. Actually, I have 2 things to do. I'm only on a quick stream this morning. I got up a little early so I could do a little quick stream, but I gotta go. I gotta help my girlfriend with another audition, and then I have to go to the dentist. Yeah. Get some light drilling and filling on some cavities. Yeah. Hello and goodbye. All right. Cool. So let's do that. Why don't we start by one of the things we did, which was kind of cool, is we start with, we have our little assets we're using kind of right here at the beginning of the scene, so we can just reach over here and grab what we want. I'm going to grab these. I am going to copy these, and before I do anything, before I unselect them, I'm going to shift right click over here, and I'm going to put them there, the copy I just made, and zoom in. So now we can manipulate and sort of paint, so to speak, with this little particle situation we've got here by just copying, shift right clicking, sticking it where I put it, maybe shrinking a little, maybe tweaking a little, but you want to do this as quickly, more quickly, you know. Say what? Did I get it that quickly? Did that work? Oh wow. I even wigged myself out there, so you want to make sure that it's kind of like random-y. If you start getting a lot of these, you'll need to start, you know, rotating them and changing the size of them so they don't look like each other. So you got 2 of the same rock there. Not necessary, but not like you're gonna see it from that distance at all. But it's just a good habit to recognize when you do something like that. because it could be noticeable. All right, let's see where the camera sees. So we're not putting things off camera though. That's definitely something we don't want to do. That's a waste of time. Unless it's causing a shadow. All right, so rocks, 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 rocks. Let's make these a little smaller. Bad, 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 bad boys. You make me feel like I don't know why that song is in my head. Okay, let's zoom in on our puppies again over there, and we're gonna add, since this is visible over here. See, we already did a few here, but let's nope, we don't want to. We don't want to copy those, but we do. Man, we do want to move them. So let's bring them over to where we'll use them as our kind of paint palette, so to speak. Goodness. Okay, so where else do we want to kind of throw some rocks? Maybe in here. All right, after these rocks here, I think we're good with the rocks. I think we're good with rocks. Let's go ahead and delete that. We still have like the main thing palettes over here if we want. So what we want to do is save our work, first of all. You know, we're not seeing any of this crap. So just for render saving sake, let's just delete this stuff. Get out of it. Get out of it. Yeah, I thought so. All right, so we'll save. We'll save just a few of those there. Like so. Okay. Believe it or not, those things do potentially influence the scene by radiosity. Blah. Okay. So we've got the rocks and whatnot all around here. Um, we want to add a little bit of debris. And do we want to create our own debris, or do we want to go get some debris from Sketchfab? I like to just jump to Sketchfab first because there's some free, royalty-free stuff. Like, this is a cool thing to have too. It's a cool little asset. This is a great, I love these kind of assets, right? You can sprinkle these around your scene. 20 bucks for this one. I'm not abject to buy something if I think it's dope. Yeah, this is these are pretty good. They're game assets, but they, with the right lighting and the right scenario, these can play pretty nicely on even like my quality scene. Not that mine is real photo real, but it's kind of in the middle. This kind of can play in the middle. These kind of things. I like it. It's a fun little pack. Good for him. Hope he sells a lot of that. We'll give him a like. I have to see something real quickly. Okay, anyway. Going back to debris. Nope. Oh, really? Really, dude? Debris. And we have my trash can and my trash bag set here. I really should make this a free asset. Okay, let's see if we can find... What I'd like is like a crumpled beer can or Coke can or something. A piece of paper. A crumpled piece of paper. A wrapper. I mean, those are the kind of things. Like, if... Here's what I think is kind of cool, is if ever I go to... If I see something cool in a game I like, I'll sometimes recreate it on Sketchfab for an online store, or if there's something I'm looking for myself that I can't find, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that would be cool for my future self, my past self, to go make something for myself. All right, this debris is not yielding the results we want. Is this the same guy, I wonder? Look at this one, 60 bucks for all this architectural debris stuff. Let's search trash. We've done this search before. This is kind of a cool little, I like this. That's probably close to worth $24.90. I like it. I think definitely this artist put some work into that. Good morning, what's up? This is cool too. This is kind of what I'm looking for also, to flesh out my scene. What are they charging for this one? $4. Jeffrey. Oh, this is photogrammetry. That's why it looks so dang good. I wonder, like, it confuses me. I feel like if you're gonna go, did he leave this stuff here on purpose? I mean, this is easily deleted once I get the OBJ or FBX or whatever he put it in. But like, if you're selling an item, don't you think you'd clean it up completely? Like, you'd go, okay, maybe keep the ivy there, maybe not. make something kind of sort of like it could blend. Is he keeping this up here because he thinks it could blend with a wall? Why not remove this geometry for the people you are selling to? There's a lot of photogrammetry stuff out there that is just kind of lazy. This, I wouldn't say this is that lazy because I like this set. You could separate this stuff and use it. You could like just separate this stuff and use it against and get rid of the wall and the. Anyway, what's up, Sans? Yeah, I'm working on this. My city alleyway. Hi, good morning. What's up, dude? And I'm kind of like looking. I'm at the phase now where I've added some rocks, and I just added some more rocks and on the edges and whatnot. Hand placed rocks. I'm going in and I'm going to be adding a little bit more grass, a little more tufts of grass, and cracks and whatnot. And I'm looking for trash potentially, like debris, pieces of paper. I mean, I don't necessarily want to go out and build my own little piece of paper and crumpled can and stuff like that. I can, but I don't want to. So, yeah, anyway. What's up? What are you building? Sans, that means without. Yeah? In English, it means without, or maybe it's Latin, or Latin based. I don't know. Probably Latin based. So yeah, we're dirtying up the street, so to speak, sort of laying our final touches of detail. I'm still not sure I completely love this guy's hand, or even that he is. I don't mind his body language. The hand is a little weird. Maybe if I turn it in and just bring it down like this. Anyway, I kind of want to add another person. This is a free person that I use in my environments just because it's a decent quality and he's rigged. There's a girl too that's free. It's unfortunate that they're only in this corporate outfit, but I guess that works. And I kind of want to put the girl over here, leaning against the wall, having a cigarette, next to Virgil's 24-hour off-track betting. Yeah, hey, good idea. I go through a final detail pass and go through and look at all of this stuff. I have a reference that I used. And you know, that moth idea is great. There's no moths here. You know, this is kind of what I'm modeling after. So there's no live animals here at the moment, no creatures. But it would be kind of cool having a few moths flying around there. I like this idea. Maybe we'll work on that. I've never created moths nor a moth particle or, not this isn't animated, but you know, I've never done that. But a few hand-placed moths? What? Thank you. But yeah, debris for the ground. A few more like bits of trash, like a little piece of paper, a candy wrapper, a crushed can next to blah. Bad, 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 bad boy. You make me feel so good. Now, I'm not abject. I'm not against using people's free assets that they allow you to download. These people don't care if anyone uses this stuff. Um, Now, this moth isn't in flight, and that's the only issue. Like, I feel like this is him landed. Obviously, if he's in flight, his wings would be up and blurred and whatnot and stuff, and that would be a whole different story. But just wanted to look at this real quick. Look at that wireframe. It's obviously photogrammetry. A moth. How do we get out of this? How do we get out of this? Okay, good. I opened it up. Let's see if we can find a moth in flight. Like, look at this. Moth insect. But he's selling this for $12. We need something like that. We need a moth that is modeled like that. And actually, moths have 4 wings, kind of, right? This only has 2 wings. It's like a butterfly. I don't know what kind of bug this is, to be honest. But hey, cool, good job. Here's moth 2 again, 1 and 2. They're different textures. This is a moth with 4 wings, with the wings open. Vertices 3.8 million only. We can work with that. I mean, we can decimate this, but like, ooh, that's a bad scan. But whatever. I really don't want to model my own moth. I could go in and get photos of them and create an alpha channel, like plane situation, but I don't want to do that either, right? Kind of just want to grab a moth. Mothra. We'll put a gigantic moth like this. Mothra. Wow, somebody modeled Mothra. I mean, I could myself take this model and just cut the wings off and then rotate them. Rotate the wings up. Wonder how easy that would be. And let's just see this model, this poly count, because I mean, obviously these are going to be tiny. And I'd want about 6 or 7 of them, you know, around the light. Maybe 2 or 3. I don't know if I want to even go into this work with this. This is too much. These legs are just too much. I'd have to also like delete the legs and remake the legs or something. I don't want to do that. The legs are too powerful. $25 for this one. I mean, that we want this kind of moth, basically. This one's rigged and animated. Here's the Pro Dog. Only $5. Not worth it for my project. If I was working on a project and I needed, if this was a pro project and I needed a moth, I would absolutely buy that for $5. But for my project, I don't think I need that. Calinorhinus tewanus. My girlfriend's gonna come in here any moment and go, "We've got an audition to shoot. Are you ready?" I can hear it. Is that? I like the little blue light coming off the eyes. I mean, we're gonna be seeing it from that far away, right? We're going to be seeing it from like 5 or 6 of them that far away. And it could add some nice shadowy bits, which is cool, right? Which is why one of the reasons I really liked it as well, the idea sounds, because we can create some interesting stuff with that. Unfortunately, we have photo scans and things we don't need. This could work. If I would, let me see what the wireframe is like. Yeah, this could work. And all I have to do is, what's the texturing like? It doesn't matter really, because they're going to be so tiny. Let's try this. Let's try to rejig this. It's an OBJ. Giant leopard moth. Let's give it a go. And all we have to do is kind of rotate the wings up in flight. Maybe 3 different versions, one down, one slightly up, one high up, for 3 different versions of the moth in flight, and then stick them here, here, and here. Maybe create some slightly interesting shadowy bits. I don't know how easy this OBJ is gonna crush it with my setup, but let's give it a go. Excuse me. It's only one texture. It's not PBR. Doesn't matter, but it's a flat texture. I could add a little bit of bump on that if I wanted to, just from the diffuse, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. It's going to be tiny. All right, let's go in here. We're going to have to remodel this anyway. Selecting all of this, hitting Control plus to, you go to like the farthest point or the most equal point of where you want to select, and hit Control plus, and it'll fill her up. And then I get to where I want and hit P, separate selection. What I want to do to make things easy is select here, kind of. What we'll do is make it totally legit. Get out of it. Get out of it. Get out of it. Are you ignoring me? What? Get this one right there. Okay, never mind. This is what it wants. Excuse me. And we're going to cursor to selected. And then we're going to go to object mode and tell this origin to be 3D cursor so that we can and do the same thing to the other wing. I'm gonna save my work since I brought in the moth and I've started on the moth. I'm gonna save my work because Lordy knows that is this like a dystopian type alley? No. If you consider New York City to be dystopian, then yes. This is the image, the reference image I'm pulling this from. And I haven't made it any more dystopian than this. This is real life. This is now. This is 2020. Who knows when this is? This could be 1980. This could be 1970, 89. You know what I mean? We don't know, but it's... I don't think it rings dystopian. Okay, so we've got this. Let's go to edit. Select here. And do the cursor to selected. Go to edit mode. Object, there we go. So now we've got now I think these are still going to be textured, the wings, even though I separated them. I certainly hope it's going to still have its like own UV that we want. Are you gonna? Oh, he doesn't have any textures on him. Okay, that's cool. I have to end my stream soon anyway. As soon as we finish these moth idea, I have to quickly jump on another project. But we'll set up these moths. Here we go. Hey, baby.
Hi.
Good morning.
Did you say here we go? To me, here we go.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said here we go.
No, I didn't. I'm talking about here we go at the CG project.
Oh, do you know where the battery is? Are you charging it?
I'm charging the battery.
God, you're good.
We have to do it quickly too, by the way, because I got to give myself almost an hour.
Whoa,
Well, 40
really?
minutes to get to my dentist. So
I don't even need to jump in the shower. She's pretty just gross. Fuck it.
I gotta shoot my girlfriend's audition before I go to the dentist. Okay, excuse me. I wonder if it'll grab this. No, it's not going to. So what we're gonna have to do is just grab create an image texture here. Okay. Make a new collection, a moth collection. We're going to keep these guys here for sort of our painting palette as we use off screen. We're going to copy the moth we had selected and then bring her over here. That looks about the right size, right? It's a pretty decent size. We could exaggerate it a little bit for fun. These would have motion blur on them too, and I'm considering how we want to do that. you know what I mean? I didn't separate these wings, and I'm hoping I don't have to. I'm hoping this is gonna sell regardless, even though it's kind of like, you see what I mean? It's kind of, that's not how the wings probably work, but we're gonna keep it that way, right? Make this guy a little smaller. I'm curious if that's just gonna, if that's actually gonna make any. Let's change this down to 300 samples to be a little quicker here. I'm gonna do a render on that. I just kind of want to see if they they actually play with the light, the moths. I have to get ready for this audition thing. The closed captions don't work. I wonder. Do its test for me, Sans. Click on closed captions and see if you're getting any. You're not. I don't think. I think you have to. I think you have to do it. During my render, my audio might be choppy. Hmm. Alright, I just took a shower and I'm making sure my headphones didn't create a big hole on the top of my hair. I know I probably could have rendered just the area, or but I need to see all over how it's how the light might be changed. And I think I can change the hardness of the shadows by changing the radius of the light itself. Will change how shadows are perceived, harder or softer edged. We don't need this to create massive shadows, the moths, but I do want them to be kind of lit, rim lit and stuff under the light. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I'm trying to get those set up, the subtitles, the closed captions for people. But I don't know how yet. I think I have to actually add software on my end as well. I clicked on add closed caption in YouTube before the stream, and then embedded. Maybe somebody on your guys' end has to do something, and then it'll, I don't know, or I have to install software. So yeah, this is only 200 samples. That's cool. Now, the thing is, I can place these in a little bit different spots, but that's cool. Do we need motion blur there? I mean, what if this camera lens was very fast? It's a fast lens, and it's able to snap non-motion blurred wings. That's real. That's a thing. We're gonna add one more, kind of over here. Maybe a smaller one, facing towards the light. It's not doing anything with shadow casting unless this right here, unless this shadow that I'm highlighting here is actually from the moth. Because I don't know what else it would be. Because this is lit and being either, if this is the edge of the light, then if this is the edge of the light, that makes sense, but it could be the moth. Cool. Sans, you got your moths. All right, Sans. Sans or Sans? Is it the Sands of Time or the Sans Le Mans? Okay. Where are you from? You're fine, man. Hey, 11 years old, coming here, learning 3D. Good on you, man. You started younger than me. Awesome stuff, man. Keep it up. Blender's great. Watch tutorials. Good luck. Good luck. I think I need some more coffee, so I'll just do a full render here. Forget this render. Let's do another full render. Before I have to switch over to my next project. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Thanks, Sans. I'm gonna render this. See how the moths look. Thanks for the suggestion. Oh my goodness. Doing a couple of drill and fills.
That's cool.
This moth over here. Where did I put it? Excuse me. This moth over here isn't showing. Where is he? These the same, like it's like the same moths are showing. This moth. I was hoping this moth would catch some of this rim light that these wires are getting right here. You see this blue light on the wires? I was hoping, it's called a rim light basically. I was hoping you can see the rim light ever so slightly on the moth, but it's too tiny. It could be part of the brick. It doesn't read as a moth. I think I want to bring them down to like here, camera wise. Instead, maybe closer to the wire. I want to try something also. Let's select this light, light properties. Let's go to the radius and make it even smaller. See if we can get more shadow from the moths. Let's go in here and usually a smaller radius means harder shadows for objects closer to the light. Alright, so we basically, let's put one, yeah, you're not supposed to be there. Weird. put one there. Make a slightly larger one. And then we'll put another one here. Kind of in between there and the lens. Where'd he go? Cool. But we want to manipulate his wings. To be a little bit different. Alright, so we got this guy and then this guy. Those should work. I feel like these guys are really close together. And they're reading pretty well. Let's do one. I said I was done with this, and then I'm like, come back and working on it. That's how it always is. Down here, kind of a little lower maybe, and see how that plays. I don't know. Hey, Mohammed, what's up? Hey, I tried to set up closed caption and it didn't work, so I enabled it, encoded it, gave this stream a 30-second delay, which is what you have to do, and then like right here. You mean this bit right here, Sans? If you're talking about this, this is, if you go up here to Studio or Matcap, and you do random, you can do color, object, vertex, single, random, texture, whatever. I just do random so you can see all the individual bits and bobs. Let's quickly add, since we have a second. I want to add, while we're at it, some more tufts of grass. We'll steal these 3, these 4. Let's copy them, drop it, shift, right click, shift S, selection to cursor, zoom in on those, rotate on the Z. We'll drop these down on the Z. Bring them out here. And then we can paint with these. Now these look like they're like a ton of grass, but really it's these don't read very obtrusively. They don't read very much. see how that plays. Let's save our work. Oh yeah, the changing the random colors on this. Yeah, it's helpful for the eye to see all the little bits and bobs. Every object is a different color. And sorry guys, but we're gonna render again. Muhammad, you get to see the render, see where we're at. Let's see how the moths and the grass work now. By the way, the moths were Sans ideas. Sans idea. Sans idea. Sans idea means without idea. I'll be right back.
Distraught wife in her mid-30s who just found out her husband died.
Good. You gonna make the bed? Oh, you're just gonna leave it like that while you wash? Whoa! Sorry. Hi.
Looks good.
Needed?
Looks good.
Starting.
I'm gonna clean it.
Okay. I gotta go do this.
You have to leave at 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know.
I know, but I don't want to do this up until the last second. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna take her pee really quick.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Sans. Yeah, we're talking about blending. I don't know what you heard, but I was like, yeah, rendering is the favorite. It's the best part. I was saying you could render region with control. Like if I hit Control B, you know, and selected Control B and boxed out an area, it would only render that area. But I like to see the whole composition sometimes. And then I was talking about the tufts. The tufts of grass I have here along the edge are playing nicely, but I think the green are a little too green. So what I want to do is go into the diffuse channel and just drop the brightness on the diffuse channel just a smidge. Oh, you want me to still look at your project? I can't yet, still, Mohammed. I've got stuff I'm doing, and I go to the dentist today, so that stinks. But I'm helping my girlfriend, and I'm going to the dentist. Then I'll be back to work to kind of work on this project. But what? What sound? Am I muted? Was I muted there again? No. Your project is solid. Your project is solid? Because this project is 100%. You're talking about your project or my project? Or this project? Okay, so we moved a moth here, which is cool. You can see it sort of. There's a moth down here. Rando moth. I don't know if I like that. It might be too rando, but also it might be cool at the same time. I don't know what I think. And I feel like adding some motion blur to these wings could be cool. I wonder if I added, I don't know, this is a weird way to add motion blur. I wonder if I copied the wings in like 2 above the wing it's at and 2 below the wing it's at, and made the opacity on those like 30%. It's like cheating motion blur, so it looks like you're seeing slightly through the 2 other wings up top and 2 other wings down bottom. Could be a way to cheat motion blur. So cool. Yeah, the grass is good around the edge. This is fine. Fine. Mhm. 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 I feel like my rock particles in general have been dropped down, and that's weird. So let's go here. Let's go to particles. Number 13. About 30. And then increase the size a little. Random order. Jitter amount. No, what is this? 30 seed. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What was that? Holy cow. Add more leaves? Yeah, it's a good idea. I could add some leaf drops over here, and maybe a few that spread over here and have been blown down the street. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm basically fleshing out the particles that what the street, all the crap the street has on it. So I'm increasing um, the normal rocks, the particles that I have on here, so that we can see them a little bit more on the street. These are hand placed rocks, that's why they're so obvious. But on the street itself, I will increase the particle size, which we did, so those will read a little bit better. I'm going to increase the size of these ones too. And these particles here, all these rocks all over here, are using a collection. So the particles is looking into this collection to pull all of its particles from. And these are all like kind of realistic looking pebbles, all of them. And yeah. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I unisolated while I was on material view. Yeah. Yeah. The grass here is all about just making sure that the edge of this building isn't like CG. Like all these edges here are sort of solidifying and blending them at the same time. Yeah, I know. I do that though, Sans. Part of these, what I'm doing now in my environment work, is to, like a hand render, like a drawing, is to slowly build it up. Build and 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 build until you have like a very grounded, detailed, realistic scene. That's kind of um, the last three projects I worked on, the last three environments are all about adding into my portfolio, are all about kind of like a detailed, fleshed out environment, like real detail all over the place. What? No, what? I think the details are important sometimes. It's the smaller details, if that's what you're going for. Now, look at Pixar, for example. Their environments are like photoreal, but cartoon, like cartoony, like colorful photoreal environments. Their environments are so awesome. And their characters are all like animated style. So they're blending the two worlds there. That's Pixar, but my point is, what's my point? What's my point? My point is the environment. Going into the finer details can be the difference between a good piece of art and a great piece of art. Random off. Yeah, give me 1 second here. That was the toaster oven. If you're there, I might add environment.
Okay, I emailed it to you last night.
Some atmosphere.